All right, guys. This is slightly unusual because I'm doing literally a live update post my Tokyo Marathon. First off, thank you very much to everyone who sent a message of support and sort of posted on Facebook, sent text, etc. It means a lot. So, literally, I finished the marathon around an hour ago. Got back to the hotel. Still wearing the bib. Haven't showered yet. Mainly because I'm trying to figure out how I get into the bath. But again, not my problem. I'll deal with it later. So just a quick kind of rundown of, well, I'll talk a bit about what Tokyo likes a marathon. Really well organized. It's a flat course, with a bit of a gradual downhill for the first 10K. And then it says there's no elevation, but then there are these little hill humps, which when you're running and you've got 28, 30 plus kilometers in the legs, it feels it feels more than flat. Um, Spectators are there, but very unlike the like my more favored US marathons, they're just very quiet. There's very light clapping. There's no madness. The only real shouting you hear is from the foreigners. And do you know what? You need that. That's why I think New York will always be my favorite marathon, Boston second, and Chicago third. Um, but again, that's a cultural thing. The Japanese are so polite, they're so well mannered. To expect them just to turn up and be raucous for like the purpose of a marathon might be a bit disingenuous. Um, Aid stations well stocked, whatever kilometer. One downside and kind of critique of the course is the toilets. Instead of having portaloos to side like most majors do, every kind of 2 kilometers, they bring you into down a side street and away. So you actually have to run another 200 kilometers out and back. So it's essentially another like around 400 to 600 extra meters of running just to get to the toilet, which in a marathon you just don't want. So I thought I was gonna have a toilet stop, went for it, and then the man just pointed, and I saw some guy going around the corner into the back of some sort of shopping center. I said, "No, I can't. My legs are hurting already." But overall, a good marathon. Road surface is nice. GPS can go a bit nuts with all the buildings. As I said, aid station was sucks. Lots of volunteers, good support. Finish is a bit of a strange one. The last 3 kilometers, you don't see the finish gantry like in a lot of majors, which to me is a massive boost just to go, look, there it is, something to visualize. You turn a corner and then it is like 200 meters up, so you can't see it for a while. Another bit of a downside. My own race, personally, I came into this knowing I had a lot of personal stuff going on and I had a lot of things I needed to deal with. So when I started training for Tokyo, I gave myself a sub 3 hour target, which again, I know I can do, but with all the training, it just didn't happen. So I reevaluated going into this and I gave myself a sub 3:30 target. And I was very much on track, but in the back of my mind, I knew I hadn't done enough of the long mileage. And that did come to bite me in the backside around the 35-kilometer mark. Now, you'd probably think, oh, look, you've got 7K to go. You just suck it up, buttercup, and off you go. But marathon legs, if they aren't ready, they're not ready. So my quads started to go. I had to kind of walk, run for a little bit. So yeah, so at the end of it, I came in 3:37, which is not bad in by any stretch of imagination. I did come into this with a view to get my um here we are, my Tokyo medal, which mission accomplished, and which again opens up, levels up to what the real enchilada is all about, is my Abbott Six Majors medal. So I got this just shows that I've now done the Tokyo, New York, Chicago, Berlin, London, and Boston. That was the entire objective of this. And I couldn't pull out because I was coming over here with some of my mates who were doing it. It's not often you'll go to Tokyo. So am I happy with the race? I'm happy I got here. I'm happy I dug in and I finished. I know there's a much faster marathon in me, but some days you just hear it's a medal day rather than a time day. Um, I have got a little bit of a gnaw for the marathon now at this stage, and I might be rearranging some of my plans for the end of the season. Um, but it's been a good experience. And the six majors thing, as I said, if you look at my other, I didn't start going out for this. Like I did the five other majors before the six majors was a thing. So when it became, it was kind of a cool opportunity. And as I said, and it's good to have good friends like Ronan and Tom that just said, look, let's go for it. And sometimes you just have to, you know what, just roll the dice. So that's the update. I'll have a bit more of a course breakdown for people who are planning on doing Tokyo. That might be useful. I am now going to, when I figure out how I can get up from the seat, I'm going to have a shower. I'm going to meet the lads. We're going to have a beer, a burger, and we're going to talk war stories. And it's going to be a good all day. And then back, fly home tomorrow. And it's been a good adventure. Thanks again for following. Thanks for the support. I hope you found this useful. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Make sure to like the video. And again, thanks again for taking the time.